Welcome everyone to Highmark Stadium for this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles. I'm Gene Klein with Paul Child, and Paul, two teams in need of a win.
Yeah, as usual, we've been saying that every week, Gino. But even Charlotte, it's rare to see them so low in the division this season, and both teams desperate for 3 points.
Yeah, Charlotte currently in 10th place in the USL Pro standings, 4 points ahead of the Riverhounds, who continue to hang there at the bottom of the standings, and that makes it a crucial game for both of these teams.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm sure they're both going to be coming out firing, trying to get some shots on goal straight away early in the game and try and show their presence. And be interesting to see Charlotte. We haven't seen them this season, so it should be interesting to see how good they are.
Yes, absolutely, and we'll pause for a second for the national anthem. Be right back with you.
Tonight's anthem is being sung by Emma Brandwein.
And welcome back again. We're at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Gene Klein with Paul Child. Beautiful Thursday evening, Paul, for this USL Pro contest, and it should be a good one.
Yeah, it's a real nice weather. Not too hot, not too cool yet, and no wind or anything, and sunshine out right now, Gino. It is great weather for a game.
Yeah, perfect weather because, as you mentioned, the temperatures in the mid-70s, so just absolutely superb weather for this pro contest. But as we said, these are two teams, the Charlotte Eagles and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, two perennial rivals going back many years, who are both desperately in need of 3 points.
Oh, yeah.
Both fighting for that final playoff spot.
Exactly. I mean, they both are desperate, and as we said, there's not too many games coming. There's only about 11 games left, and this is the 11th one, and running out of time, really, to try and work themselves back up into a playoff position.
Yeah, the Riverhounds, as we said, still at the bottom of the table in USL Pro with 3 wins, 10 losses, and 5 ties. The Charlotte Eagles are in 10th. They're 4 points ahead of the Riverhounds with 5 wins, 10 losses, and 3 ties. And the Eagles in the middle of a brutal 5-game road swing. They've been in Dayton, then they went to Charleston where they tied 0-0. They in Dayton they lost 3-1. Then they came. They had to go to Sacramento on Monday, where they lost 1-0 out at Sacramento, and now here for the Riverhounds before going back again to Dayton on Saturday. So that's a pretty brutal swing.
It's kind of a world tour for them. It sounds like, too.
Right.
That's kind of crazy scheduling. But all the teams in this league go through that stretch, and it's those teams that can survive that and get through it that kind of do well if they can get away with a couple of wins. So I'm sure looks like they've chosen the left side of the field, and seems like there's not much of a wind at all, so I don't think there's any advantage, just the sun in the opposing team.
Yeah, the Charlotte Eagles will be in orange and black, and the Riverhounds will be all black this evening, black socks, black shorts, and black tops. So again, we're looking forward to a terrific contest. As we said, these are two teams that have faced each other many times over the years. Charlotte always a very, very well-prepared, well-organized side, and we look forward to the match this evening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mike Lesh is in goal for the Riverhounds, and this Mike Lesh, Hunter's been the regular goalkeeper, and Mike Lesh is stepping in this week, it seems, and taking his place. And Alec Khan is the goalkeeper for the Charlotte Eagles, and I think this Charlotte team, Gino, they've really got a lot of different guys than what we've been seeing in the past, and maybe the two forwards are the only two guys we really recognize.
Two familiar names in number 10, Jorge Herrera, who's been with the Eagles for a number of years, as also, and number 18, Darren Toby. The Eagles will line up with Ben Newman, Battle Duckett, Matt Gold, and Johnny Leathers in the back, with Awosu Sakira, Drew Yates, Juan Guzman in the midfield, and Herrera and Toby, as we mentioned, along with Wells Thompson up front for the Eagles. For the and Alec Khan, as you mentioned, Paul, in the goal for the Charlotte Eagles. For the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, with Mike Lish in the goal, back four will be Sterling Flunder, Houston Dynamo product Anthony Arena, and Drew Marshall. Matt Dahlman will line up at right back again, as we see the Eagles try to play one forward. And in the midfield will be Danny Earls, Robbie Vincent, Kevin Kerr, and Michael Green, with Jose Angulo and Joseph Nguyen up high for the Hounds. So we're looking to see how this works out tactically and how they intend to play with both systems, Paul.
Yeah, it looks like we're starting, straight away, I think, as usually happens in the first 5 or 10 minutes, trying to get a feel for the surface, the ball, the conditions, get a touch on the ball and get your rhythm going. But right away, some just long balls at the moment, going from one end to the other, trying to pick players out, but nobody being successful at this time.
Look like the Hounds will be pretty much in a 4-5-1 with Robbie Vincent parked in front of the two central defenders, Arena and Marshall, with along with Danny Earls. Nguyen will be out wide, and Kevin Kerr will be more an advanced role underneath Jose Angulo, with Mike Green playing that right midfield spot, which one of the big changes interim coach Nico Cottage has made is put last year's league leading assist leader Matty Dahlman to right back, and moved Michael Green up to right midfield, which that was the opposite last year.
Yeah, last week actually we were watching the game and you were on vacation, Gino, and he started off in that position, and towards the end of the I think it was the second half, came back out, kind of switched positions again. I think Michael Green dropped back and Dolman ended up being more pushed up, and because that's where his strengths are, as we know. He likes to go down this right wing and whip these balls in for the forwards to get ahead on, and he wasn't getting that from that deep right back position.
Yeah, and apparently that closing him down a lot in the midfield. He was a familiar face in the USL, and not giving, as we saw through most of the season, not giving Matty Dahlman the space that he wants to whip in these crosses. But we see Mike Green already coming into the center a little bit and allowing Matty Dahlman to push up high into that space.
Get around the outside, yeah. And this is...
and the same thing with Sterling Flunder and Nguyen here on the left, as we see both Joseph and Michael Green coming in. And so far, the Riverhounds controlling possession, as we see Robbie Vincent swing it over to Matty Dahlman, who has some space, and he's going to take it down that touch line.
Do what he does best and try and get down there and get across him. But Charlotte doing well there, getting two players, closing him down, making it real difficult for him to get across in, and now counter-attacking down the left side, getting the ball in the middle.
And Darren Toby on the ball for the Eagles as they try to find Jorge Rivera Herrera, always a very, very dangerous player. Great free kick artist for the Eagles.
Yep. Charlotte kind of winning the ball back again, and still a bit scrappy at the moment, getting 3 or 4 touches both teams and then losing possession again. Charlotte have the ball on this right side, well blocked there by Flunder.
So we'll see Charlotte deep in their end, trying to again really maintain possession in the attack third, and it's going to be out for a goal kick.
Yeah, couldn't get control of that, and Aguinia did very well there, containing him and making it difficult for him to get a cross in, and got the free kick for it.
So the Eagles, again, in orange, Riverhounds in black, as we see a long ball by Andrew Marshall trying to swing it over. Seems like to Jose Angulo.
Yeah, we still seem to tend to be going that route, and kind of lost the big guy at the moment that was there, Colin John, and was released and went back to Holland this last week. So we don't have really that target player. Jose's a central forward, but likes to play off people and get shots on goal, not really laying balls off.
Yeah, so interesting move. Apparently for family reasons, Collins had decided to return across the pond there to Europe, and
here's a great opportunity for Jose trying to get
Jose
in on
trying
that
to
left.
hit that favored left foot, but just pulls that one a little bit wide, catches that on the inside of his foot. So here's a replay of it as we see Jose trying to, and just pulls it over to the right, no danger at all.
Too many bodies really in front of him.
Alec Khan in the goal, yep.
3 or 4 guys, tough to get a shot. You got to hope that it's going to deflect off somebody when you try and do that. But we know he's deadly when he can get that space and get a shot off with that left foot.
Absolutely, and you always want Jose Angulo shooting, and he's never shy to do that. He'll take a half an opportunity, and we caught a little train there. So that's. They can pick up their prize at the gate 1 after the game for hitting the fuel tank of that train.
Oh, nice cross there.
There's a cross. Michael Most a little bit of Michaelich a little slow going off his line, but Sterling Flunder clears that one.
Pretty dangerous.
I hope they didn't send the ball boy over to that that tank car over there. They're going to wait a little bit.
Yeah, I think they'll wait till that train's gone, but it looks like it's about gone. There's a cross coming in, real good cross there, and Mike got kind of caught in no man's land there, but communication. But I think it was Flounder that just got that cleared out.
Yeah, it was Sterling who cleared it away, so no problem. As we see Kevin Kerr playing out to Sterling Flunder here on the left side, and he finds Danny Earls in the middle, closed down immediately by Charlotte. They try to work out some space, and both teams working very hard thus far, Paul, and you can see they realize the importance of this match.
Oh, definitely. Both teams are really making it difficult for each other. They're closing down real quick, and you can see here making the player go back to where he came from and starting over again.
As Charlotte tries to dump one in to the corner, but Robbie Vincent is going to win that battle with Johnny Leathers, and he will clear upfield, but it's going to be won by Bilal Duckett. I think I'm saying that first name correct. And
I'm not going to try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bilal. So as we see, Danny Earls really trying to pick up the intensity in the midfield. Kevin Kerr and Robbie Vincent.
Oh, that was a great ball.
That's a great ball wide. Good cross, but that's cleared away by Anthony Arena. And so far, it's been Charlotte. It seems a little bit more dangerous, although we're very, very early into the contest. And Nguyen picks that one off alertly as Leathers try to push up from right back spot. And plays one back to Michael Lish, and he's going to clear that, and that's going to be kept in play by Charlotte. But Nguyen is going to win that one. Immediately, the point of attack is switched by Kevin Kerr. Michael Green's going to come down with it. But again, won by Charlotte.
Yeah, this game's kind of like it's back and forth from side to side, 4 or 5 combination touches, and then the play switches again. Haven't seen a lot of consistency yet. Here's a little
but very, very high tempo to start this match. As
There's
we
a
see
good
Matty
cross.
Dahlman swing one in.
Oh.
And there's Kevin Kerr. Does well to bring that down. And that's going to be cleared away as we saw Alec Khan get his arms up and get a piece of that one and cleared away. So terrific ball there by Dahlman. Well taken by Kevin Kerr in the box.
Kevin, excellent there, Gino, and he did the right thing. The keeper's a big guy, and came out, got his arms up, was a big obstacle, and tried to chip it over the top of him, actually, and was very close. Didn't have any support.
So the first corner coming up for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds as well. We'll see Matty Dahlman try to swing this one in. And there's a header and a goal off the post.
Oh, dear. That was a great shot. You would have thought that would have gone in.
I think Anthony Arena got that one, Paul.
Yeah.
Just right off the post as that one came swinging in. We'll see the replay here. Here's Dahlman swinging that in.
And back across the goal.
Oh, man. Big Ben struck one there. That was right off the post. So excellent opportunity here in the 10th minute for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds off a corner kick. But the Riverhounds come up a little bit short as it squarely hits the post by Anthony Arena.
Yeah, Mike Green had a great opportunity there. He just trickled right past his left foot, and he couldn't adjust his body quick enough to get a touch on that, because obviously you never know where it's going to go when it's coming off the post. But that was a great opportunity to go one goal ahead there. But we're going to see some more, hopefully. Both teams kind of trying to press, and we go in again now. The Riverhounds down the left side, and Kerr coming back. That's a bit of a high ball.
Arena, that's going to be cleared away by Charlotte. It goes up to Darren Toby, who is going to find that one. You're watching this game on, this is a USL Pro contest and between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles. You're watching this on USL Pro on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Riverhounds YouTube channel today. Riverhounds in black, Charlotte Eagle in their familiar orange and black. As we see, attempt to combine between Angula and Joseph Laguena. And here come the Eagles again.
Yeah.
So again, a lot of energy. Both teams coming up with terrific pace and tempo. Paul, probably going to be a few minutes. We'll see if it settles down a little bit and things slow down.
Yeah, it's in the 11th, 12th minute. I think in the next 5 or 10 minutes, you're going to see it calm down until one of the other teams try and keep possession a lot more, and instead of being such a rush to try and get from one end to the other. But Charlotte getting down this Riverhounds end quite often now, Gina.
I'll wait till a break.
Yeah, the Riverhounds so far have had the best opportunity off a corner kick. Anthony Arena hitting the post on a header, but the Eagles have also had a couple early crosses and chances that have been dangerous, but the Riverhounds have dealt with them.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this all night, back and forth. And obviously, if there's a goal scored, then it's going to completely change everything. Where one of the teams is going to start, whoever's got a goal down, start really pushing up and trying to create some chances to get back into it.
So there's a rare, nice little ball in, but that is going to be a goal kick. That's not for a goal kick for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Michael Lish. And
Robbie Vincent did well there, keeping with that player, making it difficult for him.
Juan Guzman, number 8, has been very, very active so thus far in the midfield for the Eagles.
Here we go again with Mike Lish taking it's going to be a long kick right up the middle of the park. Greeny trying to get their head on that and flick on, but couldn't out jump the left fullback, and Riverhounds got possession again. Sterling got the ball, and again rushed little pass and losing possession again. And as I said before, we're getting 3 or 4 touches and then switching over to the other team.
Goes the veteran now, Rivera, going after Sterling Flunder. A nice little ball from
I don't know what
from the Eagles, but second ball did not work.
Yeah, Sakai, I don't know what he was thinking with that pass. He kind of like.
I mean, Darren Toby had a nice little flick back to him, but then the second ball did not go. Anthony Arena coming forward. Good to see him back. The last couple games for the Riverhounds. Of course, he's property of Houston Dynamo, and has been back and forth a little bit all season. But he's played very, very well when we've seen him at center back for the Hounds.
Yeah, he's done very well, and I think that's been good that he's getting to play and go back to Houston. I don't know if he's getting in too often. We don't really find out that, but I think he's been subbed in a couple of times. So there's a great cross.
Nice little cross. Looked like Kevin Kerr trying to find Jose Angola, but that's going to be put off for a corner. Here's the replay on it. Jose could not get around on that one, but good little quick ball played in by Kevin Kerr.
Matt Gold did very well there, the defender too, He was right on his back, giving him no space whatsoever. So if he could have got a flick on it, I think he would have been able to block it. But again, real tight mark in there and making it difficult. And there's a long ball right up the middle of the park. Nice little flick back to the keeper.
So Michael Lish is going to immediately go to Matty Dahlman on that right side, as we see Michael Green push way up high and creating that space for Matty Dahlman. So it does seem that the Hounds want to push Sterling as well as Matty Dahlman up into those spaces and try to deliver some crosses.
Yep, it's kind of being left with two guys in the back when these guys go up, and that's where we've got to be careful, Junior. We don't get caught on a counter attack when, with two defenders back and three players going at them.
As we see, now we're on the left side, and here's
Nice
Sterling
cross.
Flunder, and that's a good ball. Tries to find Jose, but the Eagles are going to come down with it. So we can definitely see where they're pushing both outside backs really up, and the Eagles, I think, in turn are quickly going at Sterling and Matty Dahlman with and making them recover. So
exactly.
Again, it's going to be interesting how that pace works out.
Yeah, because he's going to wear them down, and finally, if they're going to keep chasing back and chasing the ball, so that when they counter attack, we've got to be careful we don't get caught there. But I thought Jose there, he knew that cross was coming in. He's got to be pretty alert, and it didn't seem to be. It was a delayed reaction when he went to go head it, so he was always behind the ball and didn't get a chance on goal.
As Kevin Kerr looking for someone, now decides to take it forward with a few touches.
A lot of orange shirts back there, Gene.
Oh, and a good little ball from Michael Green back to Kerr. He rolls it back to Mike Green. He's going to have a go. Looks for Nguyen.
Oh, nice
comes
move by
around,
the
nice little move. Another good little move. Tries to get the shot off.
And that is a corner kick.
I think that's a corner.
Yeah, that ball went way over the line.
That's a corner. It's the second corner coming up for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. It's
nice fake here.
We see that. Yeah, very well done. Very composed by Joseph Nguyen. That's
faked everybody
where
right
he
there.
is very, very strong in tight little spaces like that. So last time on the corner, the Riverhounds had a header from Arena. Can they get another one? This is going to be boxed away by Alec Khan and recovered by Kevin Kerr. Is going to play it back into Matty Dahlman. He's going to serve. That's cleared away by the Eagles again to Sterling Flunder. And I think he's going to have to go back to Michael Lish. And the Riverhounds will try to restart that.
Yeah, they look a little bit shaky, Charlotte, on these corner kicks. That's where we've been the most dangerous, and the keeper there kind of like was struggling to see the ball and get a punch out, and unlucky we didn't get somebody on the end. Here it is.
And here's Nguyen.
Yeah, he
coming through, attacking. And Jose tries to get it on his left.
Great
Good opportunity,
ball.
Robbie Vincent. Great little layoff from Mike Green to Robbie Vincent. So good stuff that time from the Riverhounds, trying to keep it on the ground here as we see Jose find Mike Green back to Robbie Vincent, and his shot just came up a little bit high and couldn't stay over top of that one.
I think that's what we got to do more of, Gino, because these guys, you know, these high balls into there, we don't really have a target player that wins balls in the air. So I think these small combinations are going to create more problems for Charlotte than these high balls in.
Exactly. And it looked very dangerous on those types of balls where they're looking to combine. And I think that's really where you get like a guy who like Jose and Kevin Kerr, Nguyen. That's where they're very, very good at.
Yeah, they're very quick, and they can, make some moves and get a quick half a shot and half a chance to shoot, and can get a shot off on goal.
So we're in the 20th minute here of this USL Pro contest. 0-0, 0-0 between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So we welcome you. I hope you're enjoying this USL Pro match. Pretty exciting so far. A number of good opportunities on both sides.
Michael Green just got stripped of the ball again there. That's a couple of times I've seen that happen, and he kind of he's getting frustrated because he's not getting calls. He thinks he's getting fouled, but you just can't stop there, Gino, and expect it's going to happen. You got to keep going till you hear the whistle. So hopefully he's going to pick that up a little bit and win those balls and get them back if he gets stripped of them.
So we see there's Kevin Kerr, nice little turn to find Rob Vincent, and Matty Dolman now was going to come forward.
Looking for the cross.
Yeah, coming forward with it and back again to Vincent. He swings it over to Anthony Arena. Hounds pushed up very, very high, and conversely, the Eagles have dropped very low here, giving the Hounds a lot of space, Paul, at midfield.
Yep, definitely. I mean, you got a lot of orange shirts back there in that box, maybe 10 guys, at least 9 of them, and very tight. That's why we said you got to use these combinations. And now we just got made a bad pass, and now it's a counter attack, and looks like we got a lot of bodies back there though, and slowing that down.
Yeah, as we saw, the Eagles coming out with that one and doing quite well, but they are dropping real back and trying very deep and trying to keep it very compact, trying to keep a very, very low line, getting 7-8 guys behind the ball, really inside the 25, and conceding that midfield to the Riverhounds.
Yeah, they're not really worried about it. As you can see right now, we got three black shirts up there, and 5 orange, and nice cross in and well cleared by the defender there. And here comes Charlotte again on the breakout. Not as
we see Herrera go.
Yeah, it don't seem to be penetrating down that left side as much as they were in the first 10 minutes or so, Gino. They kind of like eased up a little bit, and maybe feeling a little bit of fatigue when they've been traveling all over the place and just came from Monday night games. So maybe they're trying to conserve a little bit.
As we said, the Eagles on a long road swing, which, as you mentioned, Paul, everybody in the league has to go through those at one particular time or another. But it has to be difficult coming from, going to Ohio to South Carolina to California to Pittsburgh, back to Dayton at the end of the week.
Especially on a boat.
Yeah.
Or a bus, let's put it that way. Because
let's hope they flew from Sacramento.
I hope so. Little miscommunication there. 2 players bumping into each other, but Charlotte's still coming out with the ball.
As we see Darren Toby try to
Jose there
keep
going
possession,
down.
and he does with that one. And a little bit of Hounds were looking for an offside, but nothing called. Now they're calling a corner kick. Andrew Marshall was looking for that.
Looks like they're going to get a substitution here, Gino, with the Charlotte Eagle team.
Already.
There's Marshall trying to keep the ball in bounds because he knew he was going to go out for a corner kick, but I think it went over the line.
Section 104, Row E.
And who
Congratulations.
Number 20's come off, which is
Johnny Leathers for number 15, Talani Obakuna. So I don't know if Leathers suffering a little bit of a knock there, Paul, or whatever. I couldn't
Oh,
see.
here's a great opportunity. Now we've got some
now we have
numbers,
some
3
numbers.
against 2.
And Robbie tries to slow it down. But again, good switch to Michael Green on that right flank. And if he can deliver a cross, and he does,
For a
and
corner.
that's going to be cleared away by number 3, Ben Newman.
I think that was a great switch, as we can see the replay, Gino. But you know what happened there when he switched that ball? Then all of a sudden you get two more orange shirts in the box when we were breaking away. There was 3-on-2 for a moment there.
Yeah, I think prefer to see that earlier ball.
Yep.
You know, as we see Danny Earls hit that in swinger, and there's
That's a corner kick again, I think.
Pretty good battle, and I believe it is. So that'll be the 4th corner coming up for the Riverhounds. Already, as we're
these
in the 25th minute.
These corners are really testing Charlotte. They do not
They
look
really
comfortable.
are. I mean, every one has been very, very dangerous. We see that one going on the replay, going out of bounds for another corner.
Nice to
so
see
Matty
somebody
dominant in this.
Get on the end
And
of this
there's
one.
Boy, that was Anthony Arena again who wanted a piece of that. And I think the other thing too, Paul, you have 2 guys like Matty Dahlman, Danny Earls. They can whip in some service.
Yeah, they're making it really difficult for Charlotte.
As we see Anthony Arena try to get a piece of that one.
Yeah, Cooper doesn't really know whether to come or stay because they're coming in so quick, and he's hesitant. So these guys are getting a chance to get that one step on the defenders and get ahead on that ball.
In for Johnny Leathers.
He goes along. Well, I think he's gonna kick a long one down the center again here, looking for his target player, the forward. Yep. And Anthony doing a good job there, tightly marking, and Jose back the same same thing happening in the other end right afterwards. These target players have really not got. They've got a lot of bodies around them, so it's very difficult for them to lay it off to anybody on their own team. So. You got to. They need some support.
So
foul by Marshall.
Eagles already into their first substitute with Talani Lutani on there. Oh, and there's a dangerous as we see Ausu Sayeki come through from the midfield, and he went flying through that time. But Michael Lish very alertly comes off his line for that one.
Yep. Hounds can calm it down a little bit here and keep possession for a while. It'd be good, just get some rhythm and keep possession. Make Charlotte do some chasing of the ball for a little while. No rush to go forward because you can see there's 11 players in front of them at the moment.
They are. The Eagles dropping in their own half, and then and
there's the opportunity.
And there's another one. Here's Jose Angola tries to find, and he does. Find Kevin Kerr on that side, and he's going to hit that ball over a little bit too far. Not that dangerous, but Joseph Laguena retains possession for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Back to Flunder to Vincent, who will switch the point of attack, but that's boy, he had thought Guzman had that one, but Matty Dahlman's going to get it, and Hounds are going to keep possession as we see the
keeping the pressure on there, Gino.
Yeah,
that's a nice little ball there.
Nice little ball there as we see Danny Earls.
Nice cross.
He swing one over. And Jose Angola, on top of that cross, but right at Alec Khan, the only place that, they could have saved it probably, Paul, as we see a great cross. But, good possession there from the Hounds, Paul.
Yeah, nice combinations and creating some space, getting a good crossing and getting on the end of it. I mean, you got to just keep on doing that, Gino. I mean, we're not seeing bunches of goals from the Hounds, and it's good that we keep having these opportunities. It's
and here's
eventually
Matty Dahlman come flying forward, and that's going to be one across, no call for by the referee, and the Eagles retain possession. And I think, as we see, that tackle won by the Eagles. Right now the Hounds midfield of Danny Earls, Kevin Kerr, Robbie Vincent with Greeny and Joseph are just having a field day as we see Kevin Kerr. And good save by Alex Khan, and that'll be a corner kick number 5.
And as you were just saying there, Gino, the midfield is starting getting some possession now and creating some chances. I mean, they're taking people on, they're getting some combinations, then switching the ball and getting some crosses in. And here comes another corner.
This will be taken by Danny Earls on the far side. On the river side of Highmark Stadium, as we see the trains going by, and Danny Earls will swing that one in, and Alicon will deal with that one before he runs into his own man. But yeah, the Hounds are having, I think, a really superb evening in the midfield, and it seems that those 5 midfielders are giving Charlotte a lot of trouble and forcing them very, very deep in their own end, which you don't want to stay that deep very long in a game. No,
and you know, all you're going to do is keep on creating these chances, and eventually one's going to go in. But like you said, I think they've been you know, they've kind of settled down now, like we talked about in the first 15 or 20 minutes, and Riverhounds have really taken over the possession part of the game at the moment.
Yeah, and of course a little bit different. It appears that the Eagles have been in a 4-3-3 with 3 in the midfield, and the Hounds more of a 4-5-1, and that's created a numerical advantage for the Hounds in the midfield. But the Eagles are going to take that chance to catch something on the counterattack, as we see a long ball into the substitute Talani, but that's going to go out for a throw-in.
In the 30th minute, and yeah, things are definitely picking up, and look like we're going to get some more opportunities here soon.
As we see the Eagles still trying to deal and break down the Riverhounds, but they do very, very well when Guzman very well keeps it really moving in the midfield over to goal for the Eagles, trying to find an entry pass. He does as he finds Drew Yates, and there's one all the way across. Well done by Matty Dahlman to get back to keep that from Juan Guzman.
I thought he was going to head that back to Mike Lish for a minute, and then I think he realized that it was kind of a little bit high.
Here's a shot that is
way over high,
way over top by I believe Ben Newman, as we see the replay on that for the Hounds. Again, just USL Pro contests approaching the 32nd minute between the Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles. Catch USLProSoccer.com, score, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com, and visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at Facebook.com/USL and follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. So we appreciate you being with us this evening, and hope you're enjoying this very entertaining match between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles.
And Marshall doing well there to win that one. He was kind of the underdog and did well getting way up in the air and timing that. But again, Charlotte picking up the second ball.
And Toby, who's done, they've been able to find Toby's feet a lot, Paul. You know, getting some entry passes in there. And then they're laying it back to Guzman, who can't get that all the way over to Herrera. And there's a battle there between Talani and between Nguyen, and the Eagles will retain possession. So we've seen bits of opportunities or moments where it seems that it's been the Eagles, and then moments where, you know, a few minutes here where it's been the Riverhounds.
Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information.
And again, trying to switch the play. Dolman wide open there. If you can get him the ball, yes.
And so now, again, the Eagles are content really to drop into their half and let the Riverhounds have it there and see, try to deny, you know, any kind of entry passes. But the Hounds, again, have been active with the midfield and have had some success trying to combine out in the flank and then getting some crosses in.
And again, that's a nice layoff there. And switching sides again, getting one into Nguyen.
And there's another good combination, but that is won by Sekieri for Owusu for the Eagles. Big switch to Herrera. Don't think anybody's going to win that one. But it is going to be an Eagle throw, and must have been off Sterling Flunder.
Yeah, I think he barely touched him, but he did get a little flick on. And now it looks like they're going to get a long throw in here. See if they can get it into the middle of the box. cause some problems.
And so there's a long throw in by Talani. I think Mike Lish is going to
Steal it.
I
stole it in the end.
To say I thought he was going to deal with that. I think there was a little bit of a. Did I see a strike by?
I thought he had headbutted him.
There's a replay of it. I mean, Mike Lish came and they
kind of fumbled it a little bit.
It was a free ball here, and he, but the whistle blew for a foul, I believe, on Toby, and then a little bit of a push between Marshall but
yeah, it looked like his arm come up or something.
It looked like it did. The arm of the referee is right there.
Yeah, he's just talking to the players. He don't look like he's going to give him a yellow card.
Yeah, he's giving him a yellow. But if that arm came up striking opponents, and that's a red. That's not a yellow. You know.
Did he give both players a yellow card?
No, I think he just. I think he.
Just a Charlotte player.
Yeah, just a Charlotte player. Hard for us to get a good view on that. Did you pick up that one? Was that Yates? Number.
Barbara Chesney, please report to the box office. Barbara Chesney, please report to the box office.
Oh, that's a. Oh.
Well, it was Wells Thompson, I think, that was mixing it up there with David Marshall. Yeah. There's Yates on the ball, so I think Wells Thompson.
Come on, referee.
Involved. And now we got another little scrum going on here, so it's all of a sudden picked up a little bit from the physicality point of view.
Yeah, they're getting stuck in at the moment, actually.
Yeah. Oh, and there's another one, Danny Earls.
I don't know if Danny even hit him.
I think he did.
Just clipped him.
Yeah,
in the
he
head.
clipped him late. Got his ankles.
It looked like he was going to, but I thought his foot got stuck in the turf, actually. Didn't quite catch him, but...
No, I think he got him. Not much of a protest, so that always is a telltale sign. And another collision. And I think
that was a good professional foul there, to be honest with you.
It's gotten very chippy all of a sudden as we see that one on, who was that, Yates and Marshall?
I think
or Robbie Vincent.
I think it was Robbie Vincent, actually.
Yeah, Robbie Vincent.
But he knew he couldn't catch him. I think he just got his body in
all of a sudden, the last 5 minutes has been fouls galore.
And a great opportunity for Charlotte right now.
This is a good opportunity for Charlotte. 37th minute, 0-0 between the Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles. Here at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh. Free kick coming up for the Eagles.
Might be just a shot coming up here, Gino. I don't know. It's a tough angle.
Angle. It's a shot. Good swing, and it goes right to Mike Lish, and he'll say thank you very much on that one, Paul.
I just thought the way he was approaching it, he looked like he was going to have a shot rather than a cross.
Yeah, as we see Angola trying to beat a couple players, but too many. 3 guys, but Jose showing some pretty quick feet. At least he got a nutmeg out of it.
Yes. And here they go again down the right side, the Riverhounds, and Dolman coming back and maybe going to switch the play here. Really not much space on either side of the field, to get these switches in quicker. If it's going to move, it's got to move really quickly to catch Charlotte, where there's overloaded one side. But we've got to be accurate too with the passes.
Yeah, a little ambitious there from Anthony Arena. Try to swing that one over, pretty tough angle. As we see now the Eagles coming out with Matty Gold and Duckett, their 2 center backs. Sterling Flunder, nice step to take that away from Herrera, who battles back with Michael Green, who's now on that left side. As he and Nguyen have switched off a little bit.
Got a nice touch on the ball.
Good move, nice little flick from Jose to Kevin Kerr. Kevin looking for someone to get it back to. Can he get the cross off? But it's going to be blocked by Duckett, and it will be another corner, 6th corner, I believe, of the half.
Maybe it'll be 6th time lucky.
Yeah, let's hope so.
But no, he did well there, Green. He got Kerr actually getting that cross because he knew he was going to try and get it through, and if he could get it through his legs, great. But if he blocks it, we got a corner kick. So he made something out of it.
So we'll see. Riverhound's been very dangerous on these. And there's one. Oh! Cleared off the line. No flag up. And the Eagles have they've dodged that bullet as they came out on a counterattack. We just started to say we've been very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
And here's the replay coming up, and I think was that Marshall, Paul, that came flying through there?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
Andrew Marshall was always dangerous on those from flying through on that one, and almost got one, and again cleared off the line by the Eagles. So that's two.
I said
on those
6-time
corners.
lucky. I thought we were going to get it actually, but you know we've been the defenders have been the dangerous guys there in the box.
Absolutely.
You know,
I mean,
Marshall,
Arena hit the post. Marshall. And we had the other one that point blank, I think on Jose, point blank on the keeper. So Riverhounds just knocking at the door with some very, very dangerous opportunities, and you know, so far the Eagles have not had an answer for any set pieces the Riverhounds are delivering on. We just very, very close on these.
No, we definitely look dangerous on any kind of crosses in from the flanks, or especially the corner kicks. We just look like it's going to happen sometime soon. If as long as we don't let Charlotte get into the game by getting a quick goal.
Yeah, you just hope that the Hounds can get one before they get one, because then it'll be very difficult. As we see.
And I think for both teams, Gino, too, because they're down in that low part of the, you know, the bottom part of the division, and you know, when you get a goal scored on you, you know it's like a deflation, and these guys kind of like, oh, wow, are we going through it again? Because they've both lost a lot of games, and I'm sure that has a big effect on them. Yeah,
sure. And of course, the Hounds had a brief 2-game winning streak, which was snapped in Oklahoma last Saturday with a 2-0 loss to KC Energy, and the Eagles had a 0-0 draw with their close rival, the Charleston Batteries. So the Eagles picked up a point, and the Riverhounds lost one. So a very, very important match, as we said. A victory by the Hounds here will put them 1 point behind the Eagles in the standings. There's another tie up there between Dolman and I believe that was Thompson again.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was. As we see another cross coming in. Oh my goodness. And Jose Angola gets on the end of that one, Paul, and that came back across as
Greeny was standing
Khan
in there.
could not deal with that one.
Yeah. Oh,
and here's a bad giveaway by the Eagles. And here comes Kevin Kerr at speed. He's going to pull. He's going to hit the shot. Duckett's going to block him with that one.
And play on by the referee. I don't know.
So end to end going on here as we see the Eagles and Drew Yates streaking through. Omosu Sakari going to come through. There's well cleared by Andrew Marshall, because
that was a last resort.
Yeah, seriously, Yates was standing in the middle, and he was open. It could have been.
These last 4 minutes of the half, or the first 45 minutes, it's gone from end to end, and both teams trying to go in with the goals definitely for the halftime period, which would be really advantageous.
Yep, as we approach we're in the 43rd minute here, 0-0 between the Charlotte Eagles and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
And the Riverhounds throw in here.
Joseph Nguyen, I think he wanted to leave it for Sterling Flunder, but Sterling said, "You take it." So, as we see battle here going on. And an advantage called by the referee, as might have been a foul there on Yates, but the Eagles will come forward. And broken up there nicely by Danny Earls.
Yeah, miscommunication a little bit by Charlotte there. He was looking for a player to come and show for it, and the guy took off instead of showing for it, and he knocked the ball.
As we see Guzman, and now the Eagles will switch the point of attack, looking for an entry pass, but they're going to have to go back again to Owosu.
Again, Charlotte keeping possession a little bit now, Gino, towards the end of this half.
For the Eagles, and doing very, very good. So again, 0-0 Eagles and the Riverhounds. 44th minute of play here at Highmark Stadium. Big USL Pro contest between the Eagles and the Riverhounds. As we see the Riverhounds defending at the moment, as the Eagles the last couple minutes have had a very nice stretch ball where they're keeping the ball pretty well, but that's going to be cleared away to Marshall, and that's going to be a handball on Jose Angulo.
Boy, what
Great
an
little counter there. Terrific opportunity.
Yeah, really, because that's the first time I think we've seen him have him one-on-one, actually.
Yeah,
and
no question about that one as we see the replay. And flag went up immediately.
Wasn't offside
on that
at all,
far side. As we
long
see
ball down the left
long there,
side.
Matty Dolman will win that one clear up to Michael Green.
Now, here's a great chance. Oh, I thought Linguinia could have turned there if somebody had given him a shout, because he could have gone forward. There was a lot of space behind him.
As we see Matty Dolman connecting with Danny Earl.
Oh.
Is that a foul there on Thompson? It has to be.
Boy, he just got hammered.
I know. I mean, that's a second yellow, and that's it for Wells Thompson.
Yep.
Yep, that's it. Yep, here it is.
That was unnecessary.
That was,
boy.
Yeah, what is, especially when you're on a yellow card. I mean, that is a bit ridiculous. And Wells Thompson, who got in a bit of a situation down in front of his goal with Andrew Marshall, now comes in and just pretty much decks Matty Dolman. I mean, completely unnecessary, and he is done, and the Eagles will play shorthanded the remaining of this match.
Yeah, well, now it's a great opportunity for the Riverhounds. I mean, that's got to be a confident builder going into the second half, and even on this free kick, because when you're going to play against 10 guys, you got to make them work and chase the ball, and eventually they're going to get fatigued, and you get some opportunities.
So a bit of a break here for the Hounds right before the half. It'd be great to see if they could pick one up here before this is over. 1 minute of added time for the first half, and Danny Earls, I think, is going to take a long serve, and here we go.
Yep.
And that will be cleared away by Owosu for the Eagles.
Boy, that was very senseless there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It's the end of the half. What are you going to gain from that?
Yeah, and you're in the middle of the midfield. It's not like Matty was going here with the ball.
Or as if nobody's going to see that happen.
Yeah, or especially when the referee's standing right within 5 yards of you. And he had no choice really but to give him a yellow, and again and the other thing too, you're already on a yellow. Why even going around with something like that?
Yeah, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I was the coach, I'd go in and really let him know about it, but we'll see,
And there's a halftime whistle, and at the half, it's the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 0 and the Charlotte Eagles 0. But Paul Child, very fast-paced, very high-tempo first half between the Eagles and the Riverhounds.
Yeah, end-to-end soccer, really. I mean, I think we're going to see some highlights, but most of them, I think, are going to be in the Charlotte end with corner kicks and crosses, and...
there's a shot by Jose Angulo that was clearly way off the mark. Hounds, here's the one header. Or no, that's Kevin Kerr.
Did a chest control and then try to flick it over the keeper.
Tried to play it over. The Hounds were having some success with that.
That's what number 1 Cochrane's clearly better Barbine is on.
And so, hope you enjoyed that first half. And of course, the big news of that first half was at the end, Wells Thompson picks up his second yellow on a very stupid challenge, really, on Matt Dolman.
Silly challenge.
Very silly. And as a result of that, the Eagles will be down a man playing with 10. Against the Riverhounds for the second half. So we'll see what changes both coaches were going to make as far as that is concerned.
And we're going to get to see probably 30 seconds of highlights, I think. So maybe we're not. So. But anyway, I think we're, we'll be back for the second half in another 15 minutes.
All right, so stay with us. We'll be back with you after halftime, and we'll pick up for the second half of this contest between the USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles. Thank you. Hey, welcome back, everyone, to the second half of this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles. We're at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Gene Klein with Paul Child. Paul, very entertaining first half, even though no score, but a lot of chances on both sides, and both sides had a fair share of the play.
Oh, definitely, and I think I got to give the Riverhounds had just a little bit more possession than Charlotte. Had some better opportunities actually, Gino, and hit the post on one. But we'll see what happens here because Charlotte are down a player now, so obviously that might be a factor here.
Yeah, as the big news at the end of the first half was a second yellow picked up by number 9, Wells Thompson, for the Eagles, and that resulted in his ejection in the 45th minute, and the Eagles will be playing with 10. They've already made another substitution as Daniel Estrada, number 31, has come on for Juan Guzman, and we'll see what Coach Steve Shack has lined up for the Eagles and how they're going to play this half. I mean, it will be in the first half we saw the Riverhounds really dominating the midfield, and we'll see if Steve is going to do something to try to tighten that up with bringing on Estrada and how they're going to organize their team.
I think you can see right here from the get-go that the Riverhounds are just putting them under pressure as quick as they can, knowing they've got this extra player. They've got to close them down and make it difficult for them, but now they're just letting them have a free cross into the box there, and just back and forth at the moment. That ball out of bounds and throwing coming up for the Riverhounds.
Yeah, I don't see any changes for the Hounds. They're going to stick with their four in the back with Flunder, Arena, Marshall, and Matt Dahlman. And in the midfield in the center with Rob Vinson and Danny Earls and Kevin Kerr, with Nguyen and Mike Green pushing up high with Jose and Gula, and I think we'll probably see both of them, Paul, push up even a little bit higher now that there's down 10, especially Nguyen, who will probably play a little bit more closer to Jose.
Yeah, and I think Dolman's got to really push up a little bit more. You can see he's playing real deep in Charleston's end now, which we need him to get the ball and get some crosses in there, but can't get caught on a counter-attack here, trying to be too confident.
Oh, and there's one nice ball from the substitute Estrada to Ososu Sakura. And it looks like here in the first couple of minutes, it looks like the Eagles have dropped pretty much into a 4-4-1, and they put Estrada up as the lone forward striker, yeah, with and dropping Darren Toby and Jorge Herrera back a little bit more into the midfield. Although I have to expect we're going to see Herrera up high.
Yep, sure. And there's offside. Yep.
Flag on the far side, offside against Charlotte Eagles. So we'll see Estrada up high with Herrera, Yates, Toby, and Sosa Sakura in the midfield for the Eagles, again with Newman, Duckett, Gold, and also first half sub Talani Olutunani will be at the right back for the Eagles, and Alec Khan in the goal for the Eagles. So see how this plays out. Can the Riverhounds pick up that speed of play a little bit and take advantage of the Eagles being a man down? But the Eagles, definitely shown early on that they're not going to completely sit back. They're going to try to counter with a couple of guys, and I'm sure stay organized in the back.
Yeah. I think this is where we got to just be, the Hounds have got to be a little bit patient, Gino. Start knocking the ball around, keep possession, make them chase the ball.
Make them chase the game a little bit,
and then you can, pick your moments and go forward like, with Dolman. But again, Dolman's really deep, and, he's looking for those crosses in, but there's really nothing on at the moment. Dolman pushing in there. There's a one-on-one situation. And
that's broken up by a Duckett for the Eagles. And we saw, even with full 11 in that first half, we saw that the Eagles were staying very, very deep in their end and keeping a very low line, and really conceding a lot of space to the Riverhounds in the midfield.
Yes, they were, and they as I say, they've started off pretty well here. They're not giving too much up, and you can see the Hounds. I think we've been told you can see Jose chasing down the players with the ball and should close them down, especially when they've got an extra player. on the field.
As the Eagles will knock that one out of touch, and it's going to be a Riverhound throw-in at midfield. And Sterling Flunder will take it.
And this, it's a long ball to Matty Dolman, but plenty of time for the Charlotte players to get over there and close him down.
And there's a good ball by Dolman to Joseph Nguyen. Makes a nice diagonal run into the box. That's going to be a good ball from Mike Green and cleared away alertly by the Charlotte Eagles.
And Kevin Kerr and Jose there waiting for that one. And the defender did well, actually, got up in between.
Yeah, and I believe that was 15th to Nani. As we see that one, good little touch and good ball whipped in, and Talani knocks that one away. There's a couple people there. Maybe a little bit too much air on Michael Green's crossbar.
Yeah, kind of too floaty, too easy to get up for.
Yep.
And here they go again, Charlotte with possession in the midfield.
Yeah, Drew Yates has been very active throughout the game, done very, very well for the Eagles. Plays to the substitute, Estrada.
Whoops, and here's a cross.
Nice. A dangerous. Yates
great
lay off to Wosu, but
Robbie Vincent there read that well.
Picked that up, yes. Tracked him down and denied the shot.
And here's a switch of play. This is what we've got to do. A lot quicker, though. You know, it can't be these floaty balls. They've got to get pinged out there so that we can counterattack as quick as possible.
And I think one of the things we see there is we see Matty Dolman running around Kevin Kerr, and Kevin Kerr then playing that to Danny Earls, and then that allows the Eagles to get back. We still don't have that look for that entry pass in there to bypass. When the Riverhounds have done that, they've been very, very dangerous, finding Jose's feet, finding Nguyen's feet, and then we can combine up there as we see. Sterling Flunder pushing up very, very high.
Oh, that's
and there's his shot. Whoa. And Robbie Vincent loves those shots. He opens up his hips and
that kind of
dips and swerves that one into the far post, as we see again. Good preparation and
dipped over the top of the bar.
So
Matthew Brink.
There's been a few times that the Hounds have had some counters. They've had numbers up, and then they have elected to drop it or go square or whatever, and Charlotte's saying, that's fine with us.
Yeah, just keep it there. No problem for us, and we'll take that all day. But, again, we're putting pressure on them, pushing them back into their own end of the field, and we should be doing that much more.
As we see Kevin Kerr trying to push Matty Gold up.
You see what I mean, Jenna? They're just giving him a little bit too much space so he can get this pass off and get himself out of danger. Now they're starting again at the back, and this is where we've got this extra man that we should be pushing into and making them make mistakes.
Yeah, and I think the Eagles are going to be, interesting ball there from Gold to Duckett. He tried to play it over a couple players and gave a little chin music to Mr. Duckett. But here's Herrera coming forward.
Nice little 1-2.
Well done,
what
Herrera
a great
again. Broken up nicely by Anthony Arena. And that was a dangerous one for the Eagles, as we see the replay coming. Herrera coming fly. A nice little flick from Estrada. Matt Dahlman does well to get back and then broken up by Arena. But creative opportunity there for the Eagles as they get their first corner of the second half. It looks like Herrera will take it for the Eagles.
Yeah, we can't let down.
There's one far post, and that's harmlessly.
Yeah, that was a wasted corner kick, actually. So lucky for the Riverhounds. We can't give them too many chances up there. We can't let them get one goal ahead of us, and then we got to be chasing again.
And I think we can see what Steve Shack's tactics are going to be for the second half. They're going to get their numbers behind the ball. They're going to get their block of 8 behind the ball. But when they are able to find Estrada up front, they're going to have guys like Herrera and Drew Yates really flying forward and trying to catch the Riverhounds on a counter.
Yeah, really.
And that was an excellent opportunity there that the Riverhounds dealt with pretty well.
And again, you see Charlotte got numbers back there, Gino, behind the ball and making it. We're just going to knock it around really quick and accurate and try and open them up and create those passing lanes.
So as we see again,
everybody back.
Yeah,
behind
9 guys behind the ball for for the Eagles, and the Riverhounds have to keep moving it quickly
and just keep it.
And again, I think still though have to look for that ball there, like some kind of entry pass. Of course, that little ball in the air is not going to work. I mean, some kind of firm ball at the feet, and there's going to be a foul against Estrada, because again, we're going side to side pretty well, but we need to find some sort of entry pass to force the Eagles to step up on the player.
Yeah, really.
And make some decisions.
Yeah,
as we see that foul on Estrada.
Yeah, we can't have little chips in there and hope he's going to do something with it. It's like you say, you've got to keep hitting and try and pick the right ones.
Elizabethtown College alumni, Hill family and friends, Allegheny County Bar Association Young Lawyers Division.
So here is a free kick for
bachelor party.
The Eagles, nice long ball down the. Oh, and he got possession
Herrera
of
again off. Wins that one from Dahlman.
Oh,
Still possesses.
Move.
Oh, good little ball, but that's well done by Rob Vincent. He's had a very strong game, I think, for the Riverhounds. It's good to see him back in the central midfield, I think, Paul.
Yes, definitely.
Where he has the opportunity to break up some plays, but also he's always done so well.
He's going to switch
switching that point of
now.
attack, and he can come forward on some shots.
Yep, got to get it out.
As we see
quick.
Kevin Kerr push it wide to Sterling Flunder. 57th minute, still 0-0. 0-0 with the Eagles and the Hounds. Eagles are playing down a man, following a second yellow card ejection in the first half on Wells Thompson. And there's a good ball. There's a good entry ball from Dahlman, but Jose Angola couldn't deal with it. And here come the Eagles trying to break out.
Yep, and they're doing a good job.
Well done by Matt Dahlman to break that up, and Newman cannot connect with Herrera.
And again, we shouldn't be in too much of a rush. As I say, we've got to keep possession, knock it around, make this team work hard. But as you can see,
but I think they got to knock it around, but they have to penetrate that midfield a little bit and force some people. We see Anguilla and Nguyen and Mike Green standing within like 5-6 yards of each other.
Yeah,
and we're not looking for.
We're not getting any movement from them either. They're
no,
just
we're
standing,
not. Yeah.
And you can see there that was a ball knocked in and just a wasted ball. It's not on. Don't give it.
Because the Eagles will be very content to have us go touchline to touchline.
Exactly.
As we see Anthony Arena push it up to Sterling Flunder. And and again, there's two. There's Earls and Nguyen there, and we elect to go back. Arena's going to take that harmless shot. So you're watching this USL Pro contest on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Riverhounds YouTube channel today, and also score stats and news and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com.
And here's a chance, one-on-one here. Jose on his
right
right foot, though.
1v1. Duckett stands him up, but Jose brings it back again.
Nice
there's Joseph Nguyen. Well done. A little layoff that Danny Earl's going to get on the left peg. He does, but that's going to be blocked by the Eagles and back out to Kevin Kerr.
And Nguyen here looking for a crossing, but got three players in front of him.
And
nice
does find Mike Green. Cleared, not cleared. And what's the call there?
I think it was a handball on the shot.
So we'll take a look at that one again as we see Nguyen does well to find Mike Green. He goes down in the handball off the clearance, but that's the kind. We see the composure of the veteran Joseph Nguyen, who is calm enough in those tight situations to find a little softball, even to Mike Green inside the box, and that's immediately causing some trouble. And that's the one thing I think we have to do a little bit better, and we have to see more of that, because you have guys like Joseph and Jose can do something with it in those situations.
I think they just got to make sure, Gino, they're not just standing up there. I think, especially with the Charlotte being down a player, you've got to make these long runs and crossover runs and create some stuff so that it opens them up.
Mm-hmm. So as we see Drew Yates on the ball for the Eagles, but he's going to be stripped by Nguyen. And there's going to be a foul against Danny Earls. As we see, Yates and Danny Earls get a little bit tied up, and Yates fouled Earls on that one. So we swing it up, and here we go to Kevin Kerr and to Matty Dahlman. There we go with Mike Green, a little bit layback to Dahlman. Robbie Vincent trying to find somebody, but again, needs a little more movement, Paul.
Yeah, definitely.
And here's a cross. That's a good serve by Danny Earls. Good delivery, but cleared away nicely by Matt Gould from the Charlotte Eagles. And there's a good win.
Well done. One there by Marshall. Got a nice bounce there. And
but gives
give
it away. And the Hounds again.
Broke it up. Again, going into the middle of the park and trying to switch it again, looking for somebody. This is where, again, we got Jose standing in the middle and Greeny standing here, and then we lose possession. Now we got to chase back again. And here comes Charlotte down this left-hand side of the field.
Oh, great
nice little ball
from
slipped
Herrera.
Well,
and I think that's going to go out as Estrada plays that one out of touch, and Matt Dahlman will have the throw in for the Riverhounds.
Stay after the game for a 20-minute autograph session on the field with the Riverhounds players and coaches. Again, there will be a 20-minute autograph session on the field with the Riverhounds players and coaches. Balls and drinks are not allowed. Just as a reminder, balls and drinks are not permitted on the field. As
we see Kevin Kerr try to find Jose Angulo.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult to do when you got 3 orange shirts around you.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a perfect passive pinpoint, and Mike Lish trying to switch it out here to Dahlman and get him involved. And Robbie here, nice little ball
There
into Green.
To Mike Green, and we see some numbers up with Kerr and Nguyen. Still, I'd like to see a little bit more movement, especially from Jose Angulo up front.
Yeah, he's pretty much staying in the top of the arc right now, and very easy to mark when you're just standing there. And I mean, they're
so there, you're not going to get loose by standing there and putting your arm up in the air, and especially when they, as we said, really have a block of 8 players. Yeah, trying to make it very difficult to find any kind of entry pass.
Well, it's very easy for you to pick up a marker player that way, Gino. As I said, if you're moving and constantly running, from the edge of the 18, from the other one corner to the other corner, it creates a lot of problems because players just don't know whether to pick you up, and then all of a sudden
there's better from Danny Earls. Nice little entry ball. And again, that's the stuff we're looking for. Is Danny fides Green, we get a little combination, and we come through again. Danny Earls to Greeny, he knocks it back, and a quick little double pass between Greeny and Danny Earls as we see this ball come across to Matty Dahlman.
Great
and
cross.
He's going to serve over, tries to find Jose, but that will go over. And good save, quick off his line was Alec Khan for the Eagles on that one with Mike Green. So again, Riverhounds still knocking at the door, but cannot break down that orange shield in front of the Pittsburgh goal.
Yep. And a long one coming up again here, long kick. And again, we got to stress they got to keep this ball moving and trying to get this Charlotte team wearing them down a little bit, keeping possession, making it difficult for them. But as you can see, Charlotte is doing well when they do get possession, Gino. They make it difficult, and
well, they clearly, they're going to get their numbers back behind. They're going to try to find Estrada, and then Herrera seems to be that second one. He and Yates seem to be the second guy going. Toby and Wasu Sakira will stay central, but they will also go forward. So they're playing it really the way they need to at this particular point.
No, they're doing
try to hold
job.
on, try to keep the Hounds off from scoring, and see if they can sneak 3 points with a counters. Is that ball delivery by Danny Earls is going to go over for a goal kick.
And nobody out wide here at all on this right side for that cross, and kind of a wasteful cross again. And Charlotte just keeping possession right now and holding it up, and nice break.
Oh, nice one from Newman to Estrada, well won by Arena.
Yep.
And the Eagles are going to pick that one up. As we see Darren Tor. We started up top and was very well. The Eagles were finding him a lot, but with the dismissal of Wells Thompson, Toby has done a terrific job moving back to the center midfield. And he's a veteran player who's played everywhere, really, for the Eagles and around the league, as we see Alec Khan do some goalie wars with Michael Lish there, knocks it all the way back to his end. And
I think he was hoping somebody was going to chase that one down, but a little bit too far for anybody.
So the Hounds again pushing against the Eagles, but the Eagles with everybody back. They'll leave Daniel Estrada up high, try and chase the game a little bit. But here comes Matty Dahlman. Good ball into Joseph Nguyen. Dahlman coming forward. Nguyen trying to find some, finds Robbie Vincent. Can he move? Can he find somebody? Has to go wide again to Sterling Flunder, looking for a delivery. Knocked down by Yates.
Yeah, a little bit rushed there, Gino. Should have took his time a little bit more, try to get a better quality crossing, because we had a lot of bodies in the box there for the Hounds. Coming out this wide, and Dolman looking for that one.
Oh, this went back to Kevin Kerr. Going to be one, and again, Eagles scrambling and are able to stay connected and win that one. Hans will swing it back again to Matt Dahlman. Finds Nguyen, can't control that one. Danny Earls to Kevin Kerr.
Back and starting again, bringing it out, trying to draw somebody out of position. Nice little
good little combination with Jose and with Nguyen. Nguyen, can he put that one back?
Yes!
Oh, the goal, Kevin Kerr for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. And again, a little combination looks pretty good.
Yeah, just this combination, a 1-2 down this sideline, and Nguyen again showing his control and composure, just chips that ball back across the goal and catches everybody on the wrong foot here.
But this one was saying Jose and Joseph connect, and Nguyen, nice little ball back across, and Kevin Kerr gets inside of Drew Yates to nod that one home. Again, as we see this one for another time, Kerr come flying up, really sold himself and got inside and across the body of Drew Yates for the goal. 1-0, Pittsburgh Riverhounds over the Charlotte Eagles in the 68th minute.
And now we're going to see some little bit different play from Charlotte, I would think. They've got to come out of this zone, Gino, and try and put some pressure. And again, you've got to be careful, because they know if they're pushing and get caught on the counter, they're still only down in players. So
yeah, it will be interesting. I don't think they can come out too
crazy,
too quickly, because they still have a lot of time, to
get back on the board,
get even with the Hounds. I'm sure that's what they're going to be looking at to see what they can do.
And again, we've got to be careful here in this first couple of minutes, because here they come down at the goal. Great cross there.
Good little ball, but no one there for the Eagles.
Yep.
And the Eagles coming out with a little bit of renewed energy.
And throw into the Charlotte Eagles. Try kind of picking up the pace a little bit now, because obviously they're down a goal, but nothing really on for anybody here, and just the Hounds letting them keep it.
So now where the Hounds sit back a little bit, which has not always been a good strategy for us throughout this season.
And again,
and
that
the Eagles
long
coming
ball
forward, and Herrera tries to find Yates and didn't work. Is ducking on the ball for the Eagles.
Yeah, really. That you would think that long ball for Charlotte. I mean, there's 3 or 4 Riverhound players around it, but they really made something out of it. And just got to be careful there. We can't ease off these guys. And Marshall winning
No,
that one.
not at all. And as we said, sitting back a little bit is a lot of time to go, and I want to see the Hounds really continue to press the issue a little bit.
Yeah, really.
Not crazily, of course, but
No, of course.
we still want to look a little forward, because I think if the Hounds get that second one, then that'll seal the deal.
Yeah. Oh.
I know that should be a foul on number 2, Owosu, against Joseph Nguyen.
Joseph really had nowhere to go there, but running into the player and forced the foul. So again, professional play by him, experienced player.
Mike Green knocks out of the air. Kevin Kerr does well to play it in.
Got a ball there thrown
for Mike
Hounds.
Green. As we see Andrew Marshall in there, and really, that's pretty good tackle on Nguyen, but by Toby, but nothing called. There's a better entry ball. Jose Angola checking back for that one, and I think we want to see a little bit more of that.
Yeah, definitely. He's showing for it there, but you know he's the goal scorer, so we want to kind of like keep him in there where he can be dangerous. And there goes Dolman and Green down this right side again. Nice little ball.
So nice little patience for the Riverhounds is.
Looking for something.
Looking for something that wasn't there. I don't know if he's expecting Jose to peel off and make a little far post run. But it'll be interesting to see what happens here these last 20 as we approach the 73rd minute of play. 1-0 Pittsburgh Riverhound over the Charlotte Eagles. You know, Nike's a proud sponsor of VSL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. As we see the Eagles in orange, the Riverhounds in black. And there's an interception by Danny Earls.
Yeah, kind of like taking too much time here. I mean,
yeah, we're killing off the game the last 5 or 6, but I think right now we have some opportunities to go forward.
And we've got to do that, you know, because I mean we've got to. You never know what's going to happen here, and got to try and finish Charlotte off. Sorry, and. We've got to. We need to do it now if we're going to do it. Don't let them back into this game.
Yeah, the Hounds can't be content with that 1-0 and hold that down. I mean, they've had a lot of opportunities throughout the course of the game, so it would be. I think they're in a pretty good position to go through for that second goal. So when they have some numbers up and they have some players running, you'd like to see that early ball in, and so we can get a little bit more pressure on the Eagles. And because again, the way they have with a man down, I'm only playing with 10 players.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of it.
We have to take advantage of that, and a 2-0 deficit would be very difficult for the Eagles to overcome. As we see Joseph Nguyen doing some fancy footwork on the ball.
Greeny would have been wide open, but.
And there's a ball. Nice little ball. Oh, good ball from Matty Dolman to Joseph Nguyen.
Yeah, Joseph had a great opportunity there. Would love that one back. I think he just kind of put too much on it with the flick on his head and could have probably knocked it back to the way he was running.
Yeah,
you know?
but good little run from Joseph into that far post, and been very active. And I think has had one of his better games of the season.
Yeah.
Joseph been around the ball, and his experience and his composure have been very helpful for the Riverhounds tonight. Looks like we're going to have another sub coming on for the Charlotte Eagles. as we see Estrada battling there, and it's going to be
Looks like number 13 coming off.
J.J.
21
Greer
going on.
for Matty Gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like a moment to thank Highmark for tonight's promotional hat giveaway. Thanks, guys.
So, see if there's any changes. I see J.J. Greer pointing a few things out. Maybe the
Pushing people up. It
yeah,
seems
maybe
like,
the Eagles will in this last 15 regulation go 3 in the back, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. And looks like.
And it looks like a corner.
And now let's just leaving one player back with Jose and pushing up the defenders.
Well, it's corner kick now for the Eagles, their 4th of the evening.
Got to be strong here, Gino, and pick up tight, make it difficult.
And that's a pretty strong serve, but Mike Lish comes well
Nice.
off his lane, strongly, cleanly off his line to pick that one up.
Charlotte substitution in the 76th minute. Number 21, J.J. Greer. In for number 13, Matt Gold.
I think they are going 3, Paul.
Yep.
3 in the back.
Well, they have nothing to lose now, Gino.
No.
As you say, there's only 14 minutes or so left, and nice little chip in there to Jose.
There's one to Jose. Can he
that's
get the turn off?
it's
Oh,
wide
finds
out.
Robbie Vincent.
Oh, what a good save that
Good,
was.
yeah, right at Connor did well. Vincent still maintaining possession though. Can he get another shot off or find another player? And here we go to Matt Dahlman out wide,
A little chip in.
and he's gonna try one that Jose Angola stretched out beautifully with.
Yeah, he
All
did,
right.
but that was that ball
there's
was in the
Vincent
jet stream,
right at
and
Alicante.
Jose was not even going to get close to that. But
Yeah.
it made the crowd think he was going to do that. He dived, but he was already gone past him by 3 yards.
It was acrobatic though. It was nice. So again, the Eagles down 10 men. With an injection in the first half, are trying to push it here, and the Riverhounds I think have sensed this with 3 in the back, and they've really picked up their energy a little bit. So it looks like they're going to go 3-4-1.
And Joseph Negriño is really putting some pressure on here. I'd like to see him get the ball, and he's going at these players, which we need them to create some opportunities and make them make some mistakes. But he definitely having one of his best games this season.
Yeah. So, I think what we're seeing from the Eagles is pushing. They pushed up Newman 1 into the midfield, number 5, and it appears that either Yates or Herrera are going to go up a little bit higher, also in more advanced position, and the Eagles get another corner, and that's their 5th.
See there though, Gino, Newman. I mean, he's one-on-one with Dolman. You're thinking we've got an extra player. That's when somebody else has got to get over there and back up Dolman just in case he gets beat, because there's a lot of space there.
Yeah,
they created a corner out of nothing.
We'll see what happens here. That's one. By the Eagles again, and Michael Lish has to go back to pick that one up, and he does quite confidently. As we see the replay coming up in that corner, a couple headers there by the Eagles cleared away by Marshall, another one back, and Michael Lish on to make the saves. We see a ball into Jose Angola. So 79th minute. 1-0 Pittsburgh Riverhounds over the Charlotte Eagles, and no substitutions thus far for the Hounds. Paul, do you think Coach Nico Kotic will be looking to make any changes here?
I don't know. It doesn't seem. There's a couple of guys. The guys are warming up down there, and I'm sure he's thinking about it. Maybe wait until the last 10 minutes or so and put some fresh legs in there. But mind you, the guys haven't done too bad tonight. Why change them,
Right. So they're pretty... and again, we've had some
good moves and
good moves and some pretty confident play from the Hounds, and like to see that continue.
But again, I don't want to see us get caught back there playing around with the ball.
Yeah,
but you can see there's still.
We had a couple opportunities to turn and go forward, and we're.
I know. I don't know whether it's just lack of communication, players talking to each other and saying,
Yeah,
hey.
there we're finding Jose's feet, but you know, and then Robbie's going to try to switch it all the way over to Danny Earls.
And the green is trying to switch it again to this side.
Dahlman looking for someone. Good ball into Mike Green.
Oh, there's a great
good
ball
one from Nguyen. That could be it. That's the second one.
Ball.
Great start from Nguyen to Jose Angulo for the goal.
Boy, what a great play there by
But again,
Joseph.
great combination play.
Yeah, but so composed. The perfect pass for Jose. You can't miss something like that. I mean, he put it on a plate for him, Gino. He's
Absolutely laid it out there for him on a nice platter, didn't he? Yeah. We'll see the combination. We'll see the ball coming in, and Nguyen to Jose puts it for him in the back post. But terrific combination finding. We find Mike Green. He finds Nguyen running around, and then they put that across, and then that's the goal.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we've been saying most of the game. When we get that ball down on the table, when we look to combine, the Riverhounds have been very, very dangerous. And again, right away, we saw the entry pass inside, and then the Eagles have to step up on that, and then we combine and move off the ball. So terrific movement from the Riverhounds that time.
Yeah, it was good to see, and I'd like to see a lot more like that, Gino, too. I mean, this is what we've got to do more in the season. And very difficult now for Charlotte. They're going to just kind of try and, I would imagine, push as much as they can forward and get some chances. Here's one.
Here's one.
Boy, right off the bat.
Oh.
And here's another one.
Not good. Oh. And a shot by Toby, and that just goes wide.
Yeah, that was a great
for
effort.
the Eagles. So the Eagles are not one to
just lay back
pack
and die.
it in. No, they will continue to push the entire 90 minutes.
Exactly.
And had a couple good opportunities there. But I really think that's going to be very difficult for the Eagles now in the last, 83rd minute here for.
And that one man down too makes a big difference.
One man makes a difference, and that's why, as we were saying, we were hoping the Hounds would continue to push the issue a little bit and try to get that second goal to seal the deal.
Yeah, well. Out of bounds, throw into Charlotte.
So 2-0 here in the 83rd minute between the Riverhounds and the Charlotte Eagles.
And now we're going to see some substitutions by the Riverhounds. A couple of players coming in.
Looks like Seth Sidiabaka and Johnny Artiega.
And as soon as the ball goes out of play, I'm sure those guys will get in. But Charlotte keeping possession and kicking it out of bounds. Oh, no, referee give it to Charlotte.
So we'll see what we have here. Looks like it was Artiega for Angulo.
Matty Dolman coming out for
Angulo and Seth Sidiabaka for Matty.
Scores, stats, news, and more.
Good time to put some fresh legs in there, Gino. Try and chase this, wind this game out, and these guys can get back. And they're still coming at us, and there's a great shot.
Oh, good shot again, Herrera on that one.
Yeah, we can't let these players get these layoffs and knockdowns.
That knockdown there, and Herrera there to pick it up, and just goes a little wide as we see Michael Leaf flying out there to cover the goal.
Yep.
So it looks like straight swap up top with Artiega for Angulo, and I think Mike Green's going to drop back Paul to the right back spot and allow Seth Sidiabaka to move into the middle.
Yeah. Sidiabaka will work hard there, chase things down, create, as you can see right now, he's going to...
Good technical ability to settle things down, maintain good possession player to seal the deal, we hope, as we see the Eagles coming out. Trying to find a way to get their
fourth win of the season, but
The first, well, the Hounds are trying to find a way to get their fourth win of the season.
oh, there's a long ball in and the keep.
Whoa, well done by Mike Lish. And
Coming out
the
wide.
Eagles trying to avoid their third shutout in a row, Paul, as they've been shut out in a 0-0 draw with the Battery, and then, of course, coming off that 1-0 loss to Sacramento in Sacramento. So they're trying to find a way to end that. And here's Artiega to Sidi Ibaka.
And again,
Back to
really
Kevin
no
Kerr.
rush right now, Junior.
Yeah,
Just
now
keep possession.
rush now. Now's the time for the Hounds to.
But we can't give those silly
No.
silly passes away and create, give them chance. So I think we've got another substitute
Yeah, it looks like Jason Johnson is going
to come in.
to come on. We'll see where he's
Nguyen.
going to go for Joseph. Yeah, so Jason Johnson, a Houston Dynamo loanee,
Yep.
will play. Terrific effort by Nguyen. Converts on both assists for the evening.
Riverhounds substitution in the 86th minute. Jason Johnson in for Joseph Nguyen.
I think that's definitely Joseph's best game of the season.
I do
for me,
too,
Junior.
yeah.
He's been all over the place and working hard, creating opportunities. What some great assists on that last one as well.
Two terrific
I mean,
assists, some terrific movement off the ball, and he provided us with the composure that we needed to break down Charlotte.
Exactly.
Because from the very, very beginning, it appeared they were going to make it very difficult and try to stay very organized and make it difficult for us to penetrate and to get by them. And
really,
there's a nice little
he
flick
was
by
the one that broke
Artiega
him
to
down.
Sidi Ibaka, and that's cleared away by Duckett from the Charlotte Eagles. And his composure in those tight spaces and those tight situations really played off, because he was able to combine and then get some good crosses.
Yeah, that was kind of a little rushed cross there. I think he could have taken a little bit more time there. Maybe took the ball 5 yards inside and really drew some players out, and then slotted the ball to somebody coming in from the penalty spot.
As we see another substitution, Mike Seth ready to come on here for the Riverhounds after another corner.
And the Hounds using up some time too. And
for Kevin Kerr, Mike Seth for Kevin Kerr, another strong, another guy with a very strong match.
In the 88th minute, number 12, Mike Seth, hitting for number 10, Kevin Kerr.
a quarter kick here that we could hopefully capitalize on. Nice cross in, nobody in there, but somebody wide open.
Oh, good rip.
Far post.
Taken there by Anthony Arena. Good go for him.
Yeah. He's been dangerous when he's been pushed up in there for those corner kicks. It's either a header and he got a volley there. And
yeah, I missed that. Cracked that one off the post, and in the early minutes of the game off of a corner kick.
Yeah. Boy, not far off with that one, and couldn't get over it just enough. Keep it down. And look at Charlotte here with a one-on-one with the keeper, and
Mike
Lish
Lish
getting
again.
out there real quick and
Off really well.
taking some time off the clock here, and long ball down the right side of the field and intercepted by Charlotte. Don't want to give too many away. Just keep possession a little bit.
So the Hounds looking to pick up their third win in 4 games as we enter the 90th minute of play. Great way for the Hounds to
pull off this game tonight.
Yeah, that would good, because Hounds don't return home again until Saturday, August 2nd, when they're going to play the LA Galaxy 2 here at Highmark. So.
And they got a tough road trip too, coming up a couple of games, Gina.
Yes, they do. So it'd be a great opportunity for them to pick up a home win and
go on the road with it.
Hit the road with it. So, and of course, as you said, the Eagles, a very, very tough road trip. They have to go off to Dayton
And they're playing on Saturday,
They're
are they?
playing on Saturday, correct.
So only a couple of days again in between, 1 day rest and then play again the next day, and that's got to be tough.
The Riverhounds, meanwhile, have to make that trip
There will be a
next week to
3 minutes
Sacramento, and as well as Real Salt Lake Reserve. So tough road trip, as you mentioned, coming up for the Riverhounds. And here's a free kick for the Charlotte Eagles. 2-0. We're in added time, 3 minutes of added time for this USL Pro contest. Pittsburgh Riverhounds trying to close it out for
Charlotte.
their fourth
Eagles
win of
got
the
an
season.
opportunity here to try and get back on the scoreboard, but nice little cross
Good
in.
serve, and
whoa.
Delani up there, and it's still a battle as we see who else but Andrew Marshall with the big clear
Exactly.
for the Hounds. And the Hounds are going to come streaking out, as we say.
Here comes a
Mike
big
Smith
switch.
tries to
I don't know.
find Jason Johnson, but not much there for Mike Seth. As we see Newman taking on Mike Green's going to clear that away. Big throw into the box. Marshall again gets a knockdown. Cecilia Baca wins that. Played to Robbie Vincent, dangerous one.
Yeah, it didn't really look up.
Oh, but good win from Johnson. But the Eagles retain possession. But good pressure from the Hounds with C.D. Baca and Johnny Artiega.
Yep. And now switch and play on here for Charlotte, and trying to get some attack going here in these last 3 minutes of overtime.
Oh, that's a dangerous one too. And here's another shot taken by Toby Herrera. Can he come down with something? No, cleared away by Danny Earls. It's good to see the Riverhounds scrambling to try to keep that clean sheet for Michael Lish.
Yeah, they should do too.
Yeah, because I think one of the things that, and there's a good one there. One of the things that has plagued the Hounds is these little lapses in those last few minutes, and
yeah, usually
where they've conceded a goal, and that's cost them some valuable points over the course of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Like at the end of the first half in games, and especially at the end of the game, and it's nice to be in that driver's seat with 2 goals up right now.
So Artiega and Jason Johnson trying to combine a little bit, but the Eagles are going to come away with this one.
Danny Earls been working hard in there.
He is a tremendous motor, doesn't he? He just keeps going all the time. He's always battling for every ball.
Yeah.
And there's a foul. For the Eagles, we're getting close here. I think the referee got to be looking at his watch, and there it is. At the end of regulation, Pittsburgh Riverhounds 2, the Charlotte Eagles 0. So Riverhounds pick up their 4th win of the season. Paul Childs, we see the coaches shaking hands and move up behind the Charlotte Eagles. So a very, very important win for the Hounds.
Well, especially getting out of the bottom is important too,
Yeah.
Gino. And I think and a good win for them to go on this tough road trip too. It must be a little bit of a motivator for them, getting a win at home, 2 goals. Had a couple of other chances, hit the post. Could have been 3, 4 goals, and Charlotte getting a few chances too. But I think overall the Riverhounds dominating in the possession and getting better chances.
Yeah, the Riverhounds controlled things from really from the beginning. The Eagles certainly had some moments, but the Riverhounds came close on a few corner kicks early. And after the ejection of Wells Thompson near the end of the first half, and with the Riverhounds with a man up, they continue to press the issue. And the Eagles did well to stay organized, but the Riverhounds also were patient and were able, once they were finally able to combine with some players and find some entry passes, they could break down
Yeah.
the Eagles, who always had at least 8 guys behind the ball.
And I got to admit that, I got to give Charlotte credit in the first, the second half when they were man down, they came out and they really were putting some pressure on the Riverhounds. It wasn't like looked like they were both at full strength, but Charlotte did that for about 10 minutes, I think it was, Gino, and then it started to fade away a little bit, and they kept dropping further and further, leaving one man up front, which then Riverhounds got more and more confident and more combinations, created some chances and got some goals.
So the Hounds will hit the road to the far west, to Salt Lake City with Real Salt Lake Reserves and Sacramento Republic, before returning home here with another far west team, with the LA Galaxy too. So interesting part of the schedule coming up for the Riverhounds as they're seeing these western teams. Just a few highlights here.
Tipping ball in there from Arena.
As we see this was a good combination, and this is Joseph Nguyen. He's going to find
great little ball back.
Just a great little header from Kevin Kerr, who did very, very well. But again, combination with Green, Nguyen, cross to the far post, and Kevin Kerr just flying in across. And here's Nguyen again drawing a foul, as we see Matty Dolman trying to.
Nguyen, that was the one we're thinking wanted that one back because he just flicked the ball on too far.
Yeah.
And here's another opportunity.
Robbie Vincent, point blank to the keeper. And
Charlotte here with
a couple of headers, but Mike Lish is going to pick that one up, and then we see the second goal here, the killer from Joseph Nguyen, who I think we agree man of the match, Joseph Nguyen, finds Jose and Gulo for the second goal. So terrific win for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, 2-0 over the Charlotte Eagles. Hope you enjoyed this match on USL Pro, on YouTube on USL Pro. And we hope to see you again on August 2nd when the Riverhounds return home to Highmark Stadium for the LA Galaxy 2.
That'll be an interesting game. Looking forward to seeing those guys because these are the guys for the future for the MLS. So we should see some good players coming out there.
So thanks for joining us. Have a great evening. For Paul Child, I'm Gene Klein. Thanks for being with us.
Good night.